Hey, what's going on, guys? I know it's late. It's been a couple days, but I needed to show what I found for Record Store Day. Had to celebrate, even though I'm rapidly becoming broke. But that's alright. So hang on a second. Start out with some smaller stuff. I didn't get much. I actually didn't get any Record Store Day exclusives. I didn't end up waking up until like around noon on that day, and I didn't bother going into the big shop in Baltimore because I knew it would just be madness, and it was already too late for me to find anything that I was actually looking for. There wasn't a whole lot that even interested me in the first place. I really wanted that Flaming Lips, collaboration. That was probably one of the biggest or most popular releases, but that's okay. So, and then I can't even think of much else that I really wanted. There was a Steven Wilson thing that came out called Catalog Preserve Amass. I kind of wanted to find that too, but... And then, the White Stripes 7-inch and that St. Vincent 7-inch, but, what are you going to do? It wasn't all that exciting, so I'm not too upset about it, but... Oh well. And I did get to avoid all the crazy rudeness and insanity that usually occurs, so I guess that's a positive side, but I did, Record Store Day is Record Store Day because you're supposed to go into a record store and buy records and celebrate the fact that they exist. So I said, hey, I might not get any exclusives, but I can still partake in what this holiday is all about in the first place. So I went in and I just did some ordinary shopping. But I did get, let's see, I got this fan that it's a little store in Catonsville called Tracks on Wax. And they had these little fans that they made. It says, yeah, this fan was made by hand, just like music. So, that's kind of cool. It's functional. And then they had, they were giving away a few free things. They gave away these 7-inches called, by a band called The Striped Bananas. And this is pretty DIY. This cover is just like it's just like printer paper, like they printed it off and glued it onto the 7-inch, and same with the back, as you can kind of see. Maybe you can't see. This little piece of paper is very loose, so yeah, it's just kind of glued on there, but yeah, it's pretty cool, so can't wait to take this home and listen to it. And then they were also giving away, Derek held both of these up, they were giving away these record label compilations. So this one's New West Records, which has some interesting things on it. It's got like Buddy Miller, Flatlanders, Drive-By Truckers, Tom Morello, and Ben Lee, fan of his. So some interesting things on here. I always like getting these things; they're fun to listen to. And then and I got this Sub Pop thing, which is actually really cool because I looked at this thing. I didn't realize what it was when he first gave it to me, and then I looked more closely and I realized that the bands on this thing are great. I'm huge fans of a lot of these guys. Let's see, Shearwater, love them. The Satisfaction, Poor Moon, which is that side project of two of the members from Fleet Foxes. Shabazz Palaces, Father John Misty, Beach House, Husky. Yeah, so that's pretty neat. I'm actually really happy to get that one. So that's great, actually. So that's all the free stuff, and then I only bought two 12-inches. Like I said, don't have much of a budget, but that's all right. I picked up. I didn't have this yet, and I'm really glad that I now do. But it's the classic New Order album. Glad to have this. I've been becoming an increasingly bigger fan of this record lately, and I saw it and it's in perfect condition, so I said, hey, why not go for it? So that's really cool. And then probably the coolest find of the day, which I'm sure a few people will be holding up. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it'll be around. Jack White's new solo album, Blunderbuss. Debut solo album, believe it or not. That's kind of the big worry about this whole thing, is Jack White's been this legend of collaborating with other people and his own projects and bands and all these things, but he's never really done any solo material, so it's kind of a big deal. I've listened to it a couple times, and it's pretty good. I think I like this a lot better than a lot of White Stripes albums. I like this better than the Rack-On Tours. I think the Dead Weather, this is going to be a bold statement. As much as I do like the White Stripes, I think the Dead Weather is my favorite Jack White project, and this is rivaling that. So that's cool, and it's nice packaging, great packaging, and it's in my favorite jacket design, which is the gatefold, but the front cover doesn't have a hole; it's just solid, so no ring wear. So that's great. So yeah, I recommend, if you're a fan of any Jack White anything, you'll like this. So that's pretty much a given. So pick this up. So that's all I really got. I know it's a quick one. So I hope you all had a wonderful record store day. And to all the people who got the Flaming Lips album, I am jealous. If you decide you don't like it, throw me an offer. It's better than paying the prices on eBay, which are getting ridiculous. Speaking of which, the Third Man Records put out a bunch of crazy stuff for Record Store Day, like always. And one of them, if you haven't heard about this is insane. You might have already heard about this, but they put out a 12-inch of 16 Saltines, which is the single off of this, second single off of this. They put out a 12-inch single of that song, which was like a clear disc with like liquid inside of it. So when it's weird. So like the liquid moves around, and when you spin it, it moves. It's crazy. So I mean, it's interesting. Look it up. It's pretty cool to look at. But they only pressed like, I want to say like maybe 100 or 500. Not many. And like anything Third Man Records, when they make something exclusive, which is often, it's on eBay for insane prices. This is probably the most expensive single record I've ever seen, and it's on eBay right now for, I thought, like, there's a lot of them, but the highest one that I saw is going for $3,500 for 2 songs and some liquid. So that's kind of depressing. That's I know a lot of you have already kind of complained about the problems of Record Store Day, and that's just that's the definition of the problem of Record Store Day, is flopping 2 songs on one disc for $3,500. It's insane. So I don't know. I mean, unless Record Store Day in the future has releases that I really want, I'm probably going to start taking the approach that I took on Saturday, which is waking up, going to the record store in mid-afternoon, and just buying records that aren't exclusive, just buying records. So that's just me. So anyway, like I said, hope you all had a great Record Store Day and a nice weekend, and hopefully you'll hear from me soon. So take care, guys.